Kelly.
It's just because Asian guys remind me of my brother.
What the?
And that's why.
What?
You don't date Asian guys?
I've never, no.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Move, nigga. Interesting. Hey.
That's what it felt like. Huh? That's what it felt like. I was like, do you date colonizers? Konnichiwa, can I eat some sushi out your pussy?
Why don't you like Asian guys? Are you a race traitor?
A race
Are you a
traitor?
race traitor?
No, like
You wouldn't even date a Vietnamese guy?
no, not really. I actually I don't know, they just come off like I get so close, like they're just my friends. Like they give me like my brother, like they remind me so much.
I think we need to ban the word like. Some of these people.
Like
should,
why?
Like
why would you like?
I feel like I feel like my friends, like friends, they remind me to like my brother. Like,
you know what like is? Like is the new That's what it is. Before people was like, well, I gotta do so when people do that, it's really just to replace their thought is not made, so they just replace all that with that word. Like,
you know, what
like
you could do.
Shut the fuck up.
Take a pause.
Which is equal to shutting the fuck up.
Reflect.
Shutting the fuck up, basically.
Saying there's like a good time to just pause and be like, let me think about what I'm going to say before I.
They remind me so much, like the way that they carry themselves. They remind me so much of my brother that it's like.
Sorry, go ahead. Continue.
Okay, here's the thing. It's your dating preferences. It's your business. Don't care. Don't care. You should be free to date whoever you want to date for whatever reason you want to date them. But saying Asian men remind you of your brother is one of the most biggest cop-outs and one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. It insinuates the idea that all Asian men are alike. Irrespective of height, skin tone, personality, upbringing, class,
Body
every
size.
single one of them
Reminds you of your brother.
that is stupid.
That
is incredibly fucking dumb.
She can't be. She's Asian. My bad.
Listen, it's just one of those things where I'm like, just have your preference and just say I don't want to talk about it. But don't get some goofy shit where I'm like, why you don't date black women? I don't want to date black women because criminality. You know what? Am I insinuating? Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Do you imagine if her brother just popped out the closet like Whitney Houston? I'm every Asian. It's only me. That's what it feels like. Like, no, and you know what? Like when people get up on these,
the remix is dope.
I'm every Asian.
Chopsticks and Asian bun, baby. I'm every Asian.
Just don't
Do it, bro.
Just date what you want to date.
Do it, bro.
But don't come out here and say this goofy shit because that stuff. That's when you start to make terrible stereotypes about whatever group you're talking about.
I have like a brotherly relationship with most
Closer to the mic, closer to
with
the
most
mic.
Asian men that I meet.
Wait, can you scoot your chair into the table so we can get you a little better posture?
Can you just put that mic closer? Put it in your mouth. Now use a bit of tongue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. Whenever I meet a girl, she can do that sound effect. I don't know why. I'm like, yeah. Anyways. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, damn, how are you so good at this? Hey, yeah. Anyways, big announcement. We're going on tour. What? Yes, we're on tour. What are we gonna do? We're gonna react to videos live? No. We're gonna do stand-up, crack jokes. Maybe you laugh, maybe you don't. But you're gonna pay $75 to find out. So, show up. I mean, give me my cheddar. Make sure you guys click the link in the description. I think the first couple of days we're doing Detroit. We're going to be doing
Washington,
Pittsburgh, and Washington. So those are the 3 C's we're doing this late summer, end of August. And then after that, we're going to be doing the rest of America. We're likely going to go to Europe some parts. We're excited to get to catch you guys face to face.
I don't know. I can't describe it.
They remind you of.
Yeah, like they have the
your
same
brother.
personality traits as like as
Well,
my
that's
brother.
a bit.
And, like,
That's a bit. You know.
I don't know. And
Are
then,
you
like,
saying all Asian men are the same?
No. I'm not the ones that I've met.
All remind you of how your brother acts.
Yes, the ones that I have met, yes. Or like one of my cousins or something. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know.
What about like a nice Filipino boy?
Yeah, I've met a lot of them, yeah.
Laos? What about a guy from Laos?
Maybe
like American born, but Laos.
No.
Asians. She said Asians. She said Asians.
I don't know why this one
you
guy...
can name all of them if you want to.
Yeah, this Brian dude just be like, hey...
Like, let me name... I know all of them.
I know Asia.
I know Asian.
So, Laos, no. Cambodia, okay, we go Malaysia.
Filipino.
Japanese. Korean.
What about a Malay?
South? How about North Koreans? They're built different, literally. Starving and shit. Come on. No? Chinese? No? Mongolian? Huh? No? Kazakh, they're kind of Asian, but also kind of Russian. No,
definitely. It sounds like not Vietnamese because your brother's Vietnamese, so that's like
Vietnamese. Like I don't know. It's just like we're too alike. You know, like I can relate to you so much that I can't learn anything. So it's like
Mongolian.
No.
Korean.
I was just joking. I was just joking. But this guy, he just keeps saying this. Oh my god! Okay, I'm gonna have to skip this guy too.
Korean, Japanese, Chinese.
Oh my god! He actually did it. He actually did it! I think this guy's more autistic than... Oh my...
He did that. He fucking did that. Now I know my ABCs.
Yeah! You don't shut the fuck up.
Vietnamese. Okay, what about... I'm running out of Asian countries.
Japan, China.
Thai?
I only know one Thai.
Indonesian?
What about like Filipino?
Okay, guys, I gotta skip this part. This is just
yeah, skip.
A few moments later.
I'm missing like at least one or two of the South.
He's still going! Oh my god! Let me skip again.
Much later.
Oh, I missed Taiwan. Thank you.
Thailand.
He's still going! I'm skipping it!
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like, all right, you're racist, I'm not. I know the differences. You don't. That's what it sounds like.
Are you just not attracted to Asian men?
Yeah, I would say that too.
Motherfucker, that's what she said!
Flashback.
You don't date Asian guys?
I've never known.
End of flashback.
It took you 5 minutes.
Okay, you're triggered.
No. After 5 minutes,
you're triggered.
He went, no.
I know I was there.
She went, I'm not into Asian men. And he went, what about Laos? Taiwan, Mongolia, Japan, Korea, not South, North, China, Malaysia, Indonesia? No? Okay.
5 minutes later.
So now I've like listed all the Asian countries. Can I just ask, are you just not into Asian men?
You're triggered. You're fucking triggered. You're triggered. It's okay.
That was one of the dumbest things I've ever seen.
In a long time.
It took you 5 minutes to just realize after she'd already said it 3 times? Like, come on, bro. I think this guy's a bit on the spectrum, not gonna lie.
And then, like I said, it's just a thing, like, we're just so alike. Like, I like learning from my man. Like, I like learning about different culture, too. And, like, I like just experiencing new things. But it's, like, with somebody, if I was dating, like, a Vietnamese guy, we relate so much.
Do you speak Vietnamese?
I understand it, but I don't speak it.
Okay. Wait, so you would relate too much to them, and that's...
I know it sounds weird. It's just like I can't learn from you, or you can't really like teach me new things about.
Well, you can learn the language. Sorry. Carry on. Sorry. Carry on.
I was gonna say, it sounds like you don't know shit about your own culture.
Just carry on.
Listen, okay, I'm gonna before I just even continue, because she's not really saying much. It just sounds like some self-loathing. Like there's some parts of Asian culture that she really doesn't like, of her own culture, and that when she sees other Asian men, those feelings come out. That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like, generally speaking. She's saying she can't learn anything. How can you ever know that without ever dating them? It don't even sound like you have that deep of a connection to the homeland. Like you can only speak the language. You know what I mean? You tell me you ain't even been around a lot of Asian people. Then you say, I know a lot of guys from Vietnam or whatever. So I don't know. You say a bunch of confusing stuff. But all of this just sounds like you dislike either being Vietnamese or you just dislike Vietnamese men. That's it.
I care about if he cares about my culture and he wants to learn more about my culture. And my boyfriend right now, he's black.
Surprised. Not gonna lie.
Surprised.
You are?
Super.
Okay. Me too. I looked at her, I'm like, she looked like she dates black dudes. I'm not gonna lie.
And he goes to extremes to try to teach me more about black culture. And he tries to help me understand it better so that I have a better understanding of him.
Just out of curiosity.
He's
Sorry, I'm just curious.
No, he's very he's very he's done rallies. He's led rallies before. He's led protests. Like he's very passionate about his culture, which was why I would say it's unfair of me to disregard it and not want to learn about it more. Because if he cares about it so much, why should I make him feel like I don't care about it?
Well, I mean, I think it's great that you want to learn about his culture. In terms of an attraction trigger, I've never heard someone say learning about I would not be attracted to someone if I could not learn from their culture. And if that's the case for you, hey, that's totally fine. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know.
It's not just just the culture thing. It's just a learning period.
Bruh, you know what it sounds like? You know what it sounds like? What? It sounds like I only date black people with a lot of steps. That's what it sounds like.
Maybe not. Maybe that's just the real she might date white dudes. It sounds like she got a problem with her own culture and she'd rather just be anywhere else. Maybe it's something to learn from her dad. Maybe something to learn from there. But all this talk about all Asian men remind me of my brothers really stupid. I'm sorry. That just is so reductive in how you talk about Asian people in general. It makes them sound singular in personality type or anything. First off, she said all Asian men. That's crazy. Because you best believe, culturally speaking, Japanese are distinctly different than Koreans. Distinctly different from people from Malaysia in terms of climate, in terms of lifestyle, in terms of many other things. It's like when people talk about Africa. It's like, yeah, the temperament in Ethiopia is going to be distinctly different than the temperament in Rwanda, even though they're neighboring countries. Same thing for Somalia, or I go all the West Africa. It's just stupid when you do that. Europeans are not all the same. Sorry. Somebody in Italy is not going to live the same as somebody in northern UK. It's just not going to happen.
Depending on where in Italy as well. It depends where.
True. South of Italy is completely different than the north.
It's like...
It's weird. When I hear goofy stuff like this, I'm like, hey, you got some shit to figure out, but you saying this shit no. That's something that I think it's okay for people to be like, I ain't rocking with that. I don't like it when people say, oh, all white people are the same. It's like, what does that even mean? What does that even really mean? You date one white person, they all remind you of the same white person? That's weird. No? Is that crazy?
I've seen that. I heard that.
I have heard it too. Every time I hear it, I think
it's kind of weird. Yeah, it is kind of weird. I don't know where really it's from. Whatever.
No,
maybe you have traumas or stuff like that and stuff like that. It could be different for a lot of people, but I've heard that rhetoric a lot. Mm-hmm. I've heard that. I've heard that from men. I've heard that from men, from women about their own culture. Yes. And they're like, no.
Yeah, maybe.
You know who I've heard? Because we're in this country, I've heard that from the most? White girls.
What?
Saying, I don't want to date a white boy. So I've heard that much more here.
No. Yeah.
And also, I'm from Longueuil, so.
Yeah. I think that I think a lot of people grow up and they just don't find themselves or their family cool or interesting, and so they consume other cultures through media and find that stuff more engaging and more socially appealing, and so they find a bit of revulsion towards their own culture and start to fetishize and take a serious interest in others, right? So why they'll downplay American culture, and then they'll obsess over Japanese culture. Even though they've never been or anything like that, they turn into weebs who dress like Japanese people and konnichiwa and say all this goofy shit. I suspect it just comes from a young age, but I could be wrong. So just take my shit for two.
Yeah, they don't think their culture is appealing, and the parts that are appealing to others, they don't want to associate with that.
Yeah.
And then they veer off to some other things.
So they think by rejecting it's going to just make them seem more cool and more interesting or whatever it is. But it's like, no, you just sound like a loser for downplaying your own people.
Back in the days, I remember I had some dude. He was the only black emo I knew. I don't care about you listening to that music. I don't care if you're like, what's the worst thing I could say? You do whatever you want to do, right? But he would straighten his hair and put it the emo look where you have your hair over your, I don't know, dude, I don't care. That shit.
Yeah.
Straighten your hair. You became a hope. That's your style. But there was a lot of resentment from his own people.
Yeah.
And, because his people was rejecting him and stuff like that. There was a lot of bullying he would receive a lot of bullying from black people. So he veered off another thing. He didn't like dancehall, reggae, hip hop, none of that. So he went to that stuff and he became that.
I think most of this stuff comes from childhood. I remember even for me for a long time, my mom kept trying to do these like arranged marriages with other Ethiopian girls, and I refused to date an Ethiopian girl just to spite her, which is not a good thing. And now at older age, everything's chill. But you know, sometimes it's you not thinking it's cool. Sometimes it's being forced on you. You know, some people will not want to date people from their own cultures because their parents try to force it on them so hard. It's kind of like religion. You know, if you would have let the kid find it on their own or in their own time, they would have grown. But because parents made such a, you know, effort to like shut you in and you're going to take this and you're going to love this, and then you reject it even harder because of how it was pushed on you, you know? So most of this stuff I think comes from, if you actually take time to dissect it and really look at it, just comes from your childhood experience with either your culture or whatever the topic is. So, anything else?
Nah.
Let us know what you guys think.